amazing people of the internet. It's your girl Wendy in the building. It's been a minute. I know. But we are back with a bang. Yeah. So around me, guys, and before that, if you're new to this channel, just it won't take much of your time or energy. At a pesa you please subscribe. Subscribe to subscribe. Hit the subscribe icon. Give this video a thumbs up. If you've not watched my previous video, kindly rudi tu nyuma uangalie. Have nice content there for you. And if you are a returning subscriber, oh my god, need I say much, guys? I love you and welcome back. So around me, as you can see, I have guests. Two beautiful ladies. Are you guys smiling? Hey. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna give them a chance to introduce themselves, of course. So I'm gonna start with this beautiful baby girl on my right hand side.
I'm Whitney Aching.
Okay.
Chasimba Indiani.
Chasimba ish. Okay. It's our topic of discussion for today in our show. By the way, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
That's the name to our show. Of our show. Hey, to our show. Okay, let's talk about it. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Today, our topic of discussion is going to be on teenage pregnancies and how to deal with them, because this is something that is there, and during this quarantine period the rise has been vast. We've had a lot of cases concerning teenage pregnancies, and today we decided why not talk about it. Question for today is, what could be the problem? Why is there a high rise in the number of pregnancy cases among our teenagers? So give your view in the comment section. It matters. Tell us, what do you think? Why is there rise kwa nini iko? So in between, kama kawaida, my show inakuanga na game. Let's talk about it. Has a game. So are you guys ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Always ready.
Always.
So this is the game. Inside this kakikombe, I have 2 pieces of peppers. So you are gonna pick one, you're gonna pick one. So who should I start with?
I'll start.
We'll start. Okay, pick your one. Do not open it. Do not unfold it. Pick the back here. So nani anataka kufungua yake kwanza?
You go first.
You go first. Open it. Ndani imeandikwa pesa ngapi? 20 bob. 20 bob. So 20 shillings. Chasimba Inziaje. Today, given a chance, umepatiwa 20 bob. Hiyo ndo pesa mtu ako nayo, but ameona akupe, you go and maybe change somebody's life using that 20 bob out there on your own. What would you do with that 20 shillings?
Oh wow. Okay. 20 shillings to change somebody's life. I'd probably buy someone lunch. Who needs lunch? Yeah, because that would be a blessing to them. I believe so. For someone who didn't have lunch, and you buy them lunch, just something simple with 20 shillings, it would be a big deal. It would be a big deal for them.
True. So Whitney, open your own. How much?
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, you don't really need
Okay. Oh, so mine is 100,000 shillings.
Given 100,000 shillings to change somebody's life, somebody who really needs that 100,000 shillings, what would you do?
Just
one thing. One person and one thing you would do. Remember, it's 100,000 shillings.
100,000
Yes, and you need to do one thing.
Now, I know of someone who really needs a business, like something that will help her take care of her family. So I would open her a boutique.
A boutique.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, I believe that would change her life.
Nice. So that was our game for today, guys, and I think it's an awesome game. What you personally, what would you do with 20 shillings in terms of changing somebody's life? 20 bob. So guys, welcome back. Our topic of discussions today are, what do you think could be the problem as to why there is a spike, or rather high rise, in the number of teenage pregnancies currently, especially during this quarantine season? Just some months ago, one county was reported, Machakos County to be specific, was reported to be having the highest number of pregnancy cases around, right? So guys, what do you think leads to such high rise in the number of pregnancy cases, especially during this quarantine season?
I think maybe we could hear her story first.
Yeah, we could hear her story
first.
Oh, we don't want to ignore the fact that she was once a teenage mom. At 17 years old, right? So talk to us about it. What do you think led you into becoming a teenage mom at the age of 17?
Okay, so for me, like personally, and I know it's not just me. There are very many young girls out here who have the same problem. So for me, the problem was I was looking for love.
Right.
I was looking for love. Just that I didn't know the right places to look for
love.
Yes. I'm not saying that my mom was not giving me that love. She was. My family was also giving
And your
me
father,
that
was
love.
your father around at the time?
Tricky question.
So he was absent.
We can say that.
Okay.
So for me, basically that was my problem. So I was looking for love in the wrong people. And I found someone who I thought at that time
Would give you that
love.
I'm looking for my Johnny. It started early.
Where's my Johnny?
Where's my Johnny?
Because I've heard that, especially for girls, and I think it's significant that you mentioned that at the time you probably didn't have like a male figure in your life, because for girls, what we basically look for and what a father gives you is attention, affection, and affirmation. So when you don't have it,
you go out
for
seeking
someone
for
else.
it.
And funny enough is that there are people out here who don't look at it like this is a young girl. She needs to be guided on what to do. They take advantage of the fact that
You are looking
for that.
No,
love.
they are taking advantage.
So for
in terms
you,
of
for
look
a young
desperate.
girl, you actually think you're in love.
Ah,
That is the problem. You think you're in love, and because this person is treating you like they love you, you will fall into that trap.
Nice one.
So, wait, guys, during the break, the guy used to bring a chocolate.
Those are the things that are brought to entice her.
Not just chocolate.
You see?
He was a nice guy. He was a nice guy.
Okay.
And I can't say he was not nice. He was. He gave me what I thought I needed at that time.
Yes, and the
He
attention.
made me feel whole.
My princess, you know, that time he's calling you my princess.
No,
next point. So, according to you, what do you think brings about
I also think poverty for some of these girls. It's that, and we're not excusing what they're doing and saying that it's okay to go out and do what you're doing in the name of poverty. But like we had the case of the girls and the Busia truck drivers, and they would sleep with them basically because they need a way to
survive.
So in the process of doing that, you find that you sleep with this guy, nimpita njia tu anataka kumbe ajui aliachambe. So you find that you're there. You had gone out to probably look for money so that you can take care of your family, or help your family,
care of your personal
exactly. And then now you find that you're also pregnant. So I think poverty, to some extent, it is a catalyst for this thing. I believe it is. I believe it is.
And also I think being naive.
Naivety.
Yes. Like
ignorant of how the world works.
Yes. Everyone is good. Everyone has good intentions. Being naive is also a very big factor.
Wow.
Yes, because when you get people who are not really honest, they will teach you things that you shouldn't know at that
your age.
So being naive is also a very big factor. Yes, not everyone that gets pregnant they knew too much.
So you agree.
Give us your example, like you
at your time. Were you naive? These are things you are supposed to already.
I was naive.
Innocently looking for love.
Hey.
But they draw you. You're just thinking. Challenge. You left your brains. No, I like the way there's this. She's a teacher of the word. She actually says 20-year-olds think they know everything. So when they go to bed to sleep, they leave their brains on the pillow and pick them up when they're 40 years old. So sometimes you think you know,
and you really know nothing.
Yeah, you think you know and you don't know, or you don't understand how the world
exactly
works. Because of that, people can take advantage. Yeah, people can take advantage of it. So, sorry, sorry,
Nigeria say
I also think we can put in peer pressure.
Peer pressure, and I think that's the major factor with our teenagers of today.
It actually is.
It is a major factor.
Affects most young girls. You have your friend.
And then on your first trials.
And then you know your friends tell you, your friends tell you, but they don't tell you unafaa utumie protection. So you go and try.
With all your wisdom.
And again,
the first month,
this place, as much as we've talked about it, again naivety inaingia kwa sababu you're with this guy and then you're a virgin, alafu anakuambia unajua hii kitu ukifunguliwa si lazima tutumie CD, nyama kwa nyama, nyama kwa nyama, utapata
mara ya kwanza.
So mara ya kwanza hatufai kutumia CD, condom protection, hautapata, and then
you get pregnant. And it's peer pressure. And I think for most people, guy lakini kweli kama hujajaribu, kama umekuanga mtoto mzuri kama mimi. I don't know about you guys. But anytime I try to do the wrong thing, nilikuwa nashikwa. I remember in high school. In high school, unajua ndani ile siku umedecide leo nakwambia unapiga kelele tuchane kwa class na kufuata wewe unapiga kelele. Sasa look at just even you also such things happen. Please, if you are a virgin, just stay a virgin. You may try the first time and then you inabaki one after 1 month
kama ile style ya
if you're not a virgin, just try. Yes, you're not a virgin, you cannot change that. But now that it's already done, you can still abstain.
Abstinence. Actually, that's like the first thing. I'd advocate for like abstinence. Ngoja tu mpaka ile siku itaolewa.
Hizi vitu hazitoroki. My mom used to tell me that. Unajua hizi vitu hazitoroki.
Si kama sabuni utafua nayo ilishe.
last one, I think we can talk a bit about molestation.
Yeah, it sure does happen. I mean, it's a sensitive topic,
Very sensitive.
but we have
Very-
people who have gotten
Pregnant out of molestation.
women
And
who've been
we
molested.
can witness a number of cases during this quarantine period, actually, that, you know, Uncle Yanani, Ali molest you. Even it happens even between brothers and sisters.
Even cousins.
Yes.
I mean, the world has become
Actually,
so
it
perverse in
happens.
that
Yeah.
It happens that the people who molest you are the people close to
To you.
People
The
you
people you
trust.
trust.
You know, you don't think this person can do this to me. You trust them. So yeah, atakwambia tu vizuri. Akesi leo kuja unioshe vyombo, and you with your innocence utaenda umoshe vyombo.
And then they do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I
so,
think even for parents now, I think they really have to be aware, especially now that the children are at home and maybe you're entertaining their uncles or
Uncles and
cousins. You know, I
should
think
be very alert.
should
Yeah,
be,
as a
and then
parent.
listen to the child. If the child tells you
Yes.
that this and this happened, you know,
don't
don't rush
shouting
it.
at them.
Don't brush it
aside.
aside.
No, when you mwongo, no. Listen to your child.
And then investigate now.
Okay, so as we wrap up the show, we at least have to talk about the preventive measures, at least. When we were talking about love and affection, you know, what are some of the something that we can prevent? Like she was saying, aliona nani and he felt like from him and his apata agope love. What would you advise? What advice would you give to parents?
Yeah.
Since we are talking about teenagers, these are people who are still growing. You understand? So what would you tell to the parents, like wazazi tufanyeni hivi ndio ikifikapo mahali palava hata kama father figure hayuko, this can be done.
Yes.
What
So,
advice can you give
like
to the
for
parents?
me, my part of love, I think as a parent, you should really concentrate on your child. The telltale signs of a child who is lacking love.
Oh, what are some
You'll
of these things?
find that your child is very nice, very calm. Then all of a sudden they're rebellious. It's because they're looking for that attention.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll find they're rebellious. You will find that if it was an outgoing child, all of a sudden they just don't want to be around people. They just want to keep to themselves.
You amepata kale kamsee.
Kuna kale kamsee.
Okay.
And then be keen. When you notice that your child has things that you didn't buy them,
Ask them where
they got these
Chocolate.
No, you see with chocolate, it's easy for them to hide.
To hide.
At
Oh,
a
yeah,
point in
in
time,
terms of-
but
you see the
clothes,
things-
like clothes, the things like jewelry. If you find them, don't shout at them because
just
you'll push
ask
them away
kindly.
further. So just talk to them calmly, kindly. Just talk to them and find out what is wrong, because we can't blame our parents if it's a single mom or a single dad,
Yes.
because you know they're
It's
busy.
too
They're busy
much.
trying to make sure that they
Defend
make
for you. They're giving you their
they're
best.
giving you their best.
Yes,
It's just that you're a child. There are things you need that I don't know how to explain it, but as a teenager, when you're a teenager, there's some things you need. There's that affirmation from your dad, or someone.
So
a
I
male
think
figure
in
or
terms of
something.
affirmation
For girls,
for
especially,
girls,
for
for
teenage
teenage pregnancies,
Yes,
I think our parents should now come to a point where they introduce some male figures into.
Don't introduce a male figure to a
trust-
child when they're teenagers. Do not.
Oh, it's not
Because say you get married and your child is a teenager. It depends on the kind of relationship that child has
with the
man.
man.
So you have to make sure that they're close first.
And then
that was what I
Someone
was
that
trying
you
to say.
trust.
Somebody that a male figure that you
Otherwise,
trust.
they'll feel like that love that you used to give them
has
has now
been-
shifted.
has shifted, so they're left feeling
So it's
that
this
mimi
hard.
tu mimi
It
peke
is.
yangu.
It's hard. It's hard.
that's a very tricky dynamic, especially for
true.
single mom, to make sure that your child doesn't feel like they're left out and that the love of your life has taken all the love.
I think this can be a whole topic altogether if we want to talk about it.
We can spin off of it.
So what do you think? You talked of poverty. So in terms of poverty, what preventive measures do you think teenage ladies can use?
Solutions to that.
Solutions, exactly.
Well, of course they talk about African culture and how, even young kids are sold off, ama unazalishwa tunazalishwa, ni ng'ombe wazazi wanataka. I think one thing especially for parents who are not maybe that exposed, it can be just educating them on the importance on the importance of allowing your child to develop fully. And then now in terms of poverty and sending your kids out, there are other avenues of making money. There are other avenues of making money. Kama ni kulima shamba na there's always something. And see, the funny thing is, especially for these people who are maybe in a rural setup, watu wanakuwa na mashamba, huwezi kosa mashamba, hata kama ni kwenda ama ni kwenda kufulia mtu, just something that is actually a good way
that
of
can generate money.
And as you mentioned, the parents should be keen. Even if the child brings home money and we've been struggling, ask this child, where did you get this money? So see ati akona sugar daddy kwa kuna fulani, and they're just bringing money and you're enjoying the money, but you don't know where it came from. So keep them accountable, make sure you know where they're getting this money from. I think we also mentioned the part of abstinence. Yes, abstinence. Abstain.
Wait,
my pastor says, lock it and take the keys to him. He will give them back to you on your wedding day.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. So
it.
in terms of ignorance and naivety, I think again it just brings us to what you have said. The parents have to be keen. She said it again.
Yes.
The parents have to be keen. You have to be very vigilant. You have to be very, take note of the small things.
I was saying, like, the problem is you find that nowadays parents are very busy looking for money. They forget that they have a child. Giving your child money, buying them phones and tablets, it will not replace
your presence
in their life.
Okay.
So you have to make sure that you balance these things, because if you do not, they will go and they will be taught things by people who are young like them, people who don't know these things.
So parents should take their time to know their children
and teach them. And I think just educate them. Have the sex education. And
by the way, parents of today don't have time to talk to their children about this.
They don't have time at all.
Internet.
Not just as a internet. Mtoto akiingia internet, it's something different.
It's been perverted.
It's not
the real thing.
Exactly. So guys, as we wrap up the show, there is a toll-free number where you can call in case you're a teenage pregnant lady.
Yes.
And so I think you can give us much information about that.
Yes, actually there's Kenya Medical Education Trust. They have a program where they deal with young people. It's KMET. And they're actually in like 31 counties, and they have a toll-free number which is right on screen. You can call them if you're a teenager, you find out you're pregnant and you're thinking, well, so you can call them and just have sober conversation. They also
appear somewhere down
it's right
there
on the screen. It's right on the screen. And then you can take on the conversation. They have conversation going on online. You can check them out at TWAK, just for information track, so that you can be able to say it, please. When you are zuri, when you are pole. So track, you can actually check them out also online and just have a discussion with other young people so that we share these things because it's the real thing.
So yes, so up until next time, today we've discussed about the preventive measures and what leads to these teenage pregnancy cases. So guys, let's watch out for next episode whereby we'll be talking about What's next?
After you find out you're pregnant, what
What's
next?
next?
What will you do? What can you do?
Exactly. So
Yes.
if you want to get much about that conversation, kusikiza story
Stay
yake.
tuned. Story
Story
immortal.
yake.
Story immortal.
Stay tuned. So
Yeah.
guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up because we want it to be recommended out there for people to watch it, to impact people's lives out here. Because we can't assume the fact that people are going through these things, right? So subscribe, like, give it a thumbs up, comment. Sema kitu hapo chini kwa comment section nani.
Kwa free.
Yeah. So up until next time, I was your host, Wendy KE.